Welcome to the Before AGI podcast. Today, we're tackling a question that's not just a debate anymore, it's a reality that is completely shaking up the software world here in 2026. What happens to developers when the AI is the one writing the code? The ground is moving so fast, so let's just jump right in. We're starting right here because this quote just gets right to the heart of the fear, doesn't it? The path is broken, maybe permanently. Just let that sink in. This isn't some science fiction idea about the future. It's what developers are feeling right now. That clear, reliable career ladder. You learn to code, you get a junior job, that first step, it feels like it's just gone. And this is where the whole conversation changes. For years, we talked about AI as a co-pilot, right? A tool to help developers. But when it's pumping out 90% of the code, well, that's not helping. That's not assistance. The dynamic completely flips. For a lot of people, this feels less like augmentation and a whole lot more like the start of being made obsolete. And just look at this number, 95%. This isn't some niche tool that only the cool kids are using. It's basically everyone. 95% of developers are regularly using AI-generated code. It's woven into the very fabric of their daily work. And that, right there, is why we're seeing such a massive, immediate shockwave hit the entire industry. Okay, so let's really dig into that shockwave. What does it actually look like? How is this huge AI adoption really changing the job market, the roles we play, and even the basic structure of a dev team? Well, the numbers, they tell a pretty startling story. So look at this. This chart is basically the crisis in a picture. Entry-level junior developer jobs have just fallen off a cliff. We're talking a 60% drop. And let's be clear, this isn't just a normal downturn. This is a structural collapse. The very jobs that were the training ground for the next generation of coders, they're literally disappearing. Now, of course, if you listen to the view from the top of big tech, you hear a different story. They say AI isn't a replacement, it's an accelerator. The idea is that it lets teams build bigger, innovate faster, create entirely new things that we couldn't before. And in that perfect world, that should create more jobs for engineers, right? But is that what's actually happening on the ground? For a lot of people, the answer is a hard no. This quote comes from a veteran engineer, 20 years in the game, who got laid off and then couldn't find a new job. For him, AI wasn't an accelerator. It was the tool that made him redundant. It's the tool that lets one senior developer do the work that 10 used to do. And that's the massive conflict at the center of this whole debate. You can actually see this tension playing out in people's paychecks. The market is screaming for senior-level judgment. It's willing to pay a huge premium for people who can design systems, check the AI's work, and guarantee quality. Meanwhile, the value of just being able to write basic code is flatlining. That gap is getting wider and wider because the skills that AI can easily copy, well, they're becoming a commodity. So this leads us to the core of the problem. If that entry point into the industry is gone, what does that really mean? It means the whole career ladder is missing its first rung, and that has some really profound, maybe even dangerous consequences for the future of building software. To get why that rung is missing, you have to look at what AI took over first. It's what some people call drunt work, digital grunt work. It's the repetitive, boring, but absolutely critical stuff that junior developers used to learn on. Writing boilerplate code, fixing simple bugs, setting up project configurations. That was the school. That was the training ground. And today, that classroom is basically empty. And that creates this bizarre paradox, this classic catch-22 we're calling the editor problem. Companies desperately need people who can look at AI-generated code and say, yep, that's good, or nope, that's a disaster. But to do that, you need experience. And you can't get that experience because the AI is already doing all the entry-level work. It's like, how can you become a great book editor if you've never actually tried to write a book yourself? This is the bottleneck that's locking so many talented people out. So the long-term danger here is massive. People are calling it the Seniority Cliff. Think about it. If you stop hiring and training junior devs today, where are your senior devs going to come from in 5 or 10 years? They won't exist. The whole talent pipeline just fractures. We're literally running the risk of creating a generation of software architects who've never actually laid a brick. They know the theory, but they've never gotten their hands dirty. Okay, so if the old path is broken, we have to find a new one, right? This isn't about just learning a new programming language or tool. This is a fundamental shift in identity. It's about changing what it even means to be a developer, moving from being a hands-on coder to something more like a director, an orchestrator of systems. The old mindset, it was all about implementation. You'd get a problem and think, okay, how do I write the code to solve this? The new mindset is all about strategy. You look at the same problem and think, how do I direct the right AI systems to solve this? And then, how do I prove that they did it correctly? It's a huge leap up in terms of abstraction. And out of that new mindset, a new kind of role is emerging, the agent orchestrator. And please, this is so much more than prompt engineering. This is about being a systems designer. You're creating complex workflows where multiple specialized AI agents talk to each other, hand off tasks, and collaborate to solve a huge business problem. You're not playing an instrument anymore. You're the conductor of an entire AI orchestra. So what skills does this conductor need? Well, they're the things that are uniquely human, the things that AI, at least for now, is really bad at. It's not about memorizing syntax anymore. It's about high-level system architecture, deeply understanding the business you're in, being the ultimate backstop for quality, communicating with humans, and, most importantly, taking responsibility for what the system does. These are the skills that are worth a fortune now. So what's the path forward? It seems to be a two-step pivot. First, you take what you already know, your unique expertise, whether it's in finance or healthcare or gaming, whatever, and you merge that with a real fluency in using AI tools. And then second, you shift your entire focus. Stop thinking about doing the coding tasks yourself. Start thinking about how to use that combined knowledge to orchestrate AIs to solve much bigger, more strategic problems for the business. And that brings us right here, to this moment. For every single developer out there, and really for the whole industry, we're at a fork in the road. This technology is not slowing down. It's not waiting for us to get comfortable. Standing still is simply not an option anymore. I mean, just look at how fast this is happening. In 2024, AI coding tools really took off. By 2025, we got AI agents that could actually remember things long-term. And now, in 2026, the AIs are becoming proactive. They're specialized for entire industries. The window of opportunity to make this change, to adapt, it's getting smaller every single day. And so we end right where we started, with that one central question that every developer has to sit down and answer for themselves. It's not if AI will write the code anymore. The question is, now that it does, who are you going to be? Are you the architect, the quality expert, the orchestrator? The entire future of the profession really hinges on how we all answer that question. To keep digging into these huge topics, make sure you subscribe to the Before AGI podcast for daily deep dives into everything AI. And seriously, if you want the hands-on tutorials and the real guides to actually make this career shift, you absolutely have to check out the YouTube channel, Ian Ochieng AI. That's Ian, last name Ochieng. It's pronounced Ochieng. He's putting out incredible stuff to help you actually navigate and thrive in this completely new world. Thanks for tuning in.